My fellow Red Deerians, thank you so much for tuning in. I just want to address the welcome opportunities that our community is facing. We all know that the provincial relaunch plan has been initiated and that we have many local businesses who are beginning to open, albeit in a modified way to still respect public health guidelines. I just want to put out a message, we're insofar as much as possible to support local businesses and to, of course, follow provincial health protocols and our local state of emergency protocols so that we can continue with the phased reopening in our province and stop the spread of COVID-19. I also just want to acknowledge, we know that there's many businesses who are not yet in a position to open, either because they're not a part of the province's phase 1 of the relaunch plan, or because you've potentially opted not to do so yet out of the interest of the safety of your patrons and your staff. And we want you to know that we respect that, and the City of Red Deer is here to support you with the public health measures if we can be of assistance in any way. I also know that there's many people in our community who are perhaps fearful or anxious, who maybe feel that that there is risk to the health and safety of your loved ones if we open too soon. And I just want you to know that the City of Red Deer is following and is in very close alignment with the provincial government's relaunch plan. Businesses, it's welcome news to jumpstart our local economy for businesses to be able to open. But above all, we still are in a position where we all need to be following the public health protocols to help prevent the spread of COVID-19, and that we haven't lost sight of that, and we will continue to remain steadfast in our commitment to public health and safety for all. So as we head into the long weekend, I understand that the temperature looks like it will be very positive for our community over the weekend. We hope that you are all safe and that you will be able to spend some time with your loved ones doing the things that we are now able to in phase 1 of the province's relaunch plan. So thank you, Red Deer, for all that you're doing. The city's here to assist in any way that we can. You're welcome to go to reddeer.ca or to call the call center at 342-8111 if you have any questions that we can help answer for you. Other than that, stay safe and enjoy your long weekend. Thank you.